نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. So the question is it permissible to brush your teeth whilst you are fasting with a roza or not? Two-faceted question. First of all, is it permissible to use a toothbrush on its own? And the answer is yes, it is. It is completely permissible to use a toothbrush to clean your teeth. There's no questions or issues with respect to that. The discussion arises with respect to, is it permissible to use toothpaste or tooth powders to clean your teeth with a toothbrush? Now here there are differences of opinion, and the first thing that I do want to establish here is that this is an ijtihadi masla, which means that the ulama have used the usul of law and the sources of law to extract the basis of the permissibility or the impermissibility of certain actions. They are not centered around black and white do's and don'ts which Shariat has given us. So they're ijtihadi masail, and there can be differences of opinion on those. With respect to brushing your teeth with toothpaste, according to some ulama, they say that it is permissible to use toothpaste. However, it makes or renders your roza, your fast, makruh. So it doesn't invalidate the fast, it doesn't break the fast, it makes it makruh. In other words, it's an undesirable action. So it might reduce the status or the reward attached to the fast. According to other ulama, they say that no, it's not even makruh, it is permissible. Now, whichever of these two opinions you follow, the fact of the matter is that the dalil for this, the evidence for this, is the fact that the Prophet ﷺ permitted the use of miswak during his lifetime, and that was sunnah. So cleaning your tooth with miswak is permissible during fasting or otherwise, and is in fact sunnah. So it's an act which receives reward. Now, when we use toothpaste, the objections are, number one, it has taste, therefore we should not be able to use toothpaste on that reason. Number one, that objection is invalid. Why? Because miswak has a taste. There are a number of different trees from which the branches of which are used for miswak, and they have varying tastes. There is one particular tree which is the neem tree, which is used in the Middle East and in the Asian subcontinent. That is a very, very bitter taste. It actually tastes stronger than toothpaste itself. So if that invalidated the fast, then the Prophet ﷺ would never have allowed miswak to be used. So that's the first objection which is nullified. The second objection is that what if you swallow the toothpaste? Well, of course, the condition of the toothpaste being allowed is the fact that it isn't swallowed and that it is spat out. And again, on this point, when we use miswak, again, the tree branches, which is of course the source of what miswak is, they are branches of trees or twigs of trees. They, depending on how fresh those miswak are, how freshly they've been cut off the tree, they actually contain sap. So when you brush your teeth, the sap or the substance inside the actual branch itself comes out and it coats your teeth, it gets into your mouth. So that has a similar situation as toothpaste does. So again, if sap comes into your mouth, or fibers of the miswak come into your mouth between your teeth, then we do not swallow them. We spit it out. Likewise with toothpaste, we spit it out and we ensure that it is all spat out. If there is any issue where the toothpaste is swallowed, that would invalidate the fast, that would break the roza. If you are unsure and you think that, well, I can't be sure that if I use toothpaste I won't end up swallowing any. If you're unsure, you can't guarantee that you won't be able to not swallow the toothpaste, then refrain from using toothpaste and don't do your toothbrush with toothpaste. So that in a nutshell is the masla with respect to brushing your teeth with toothpaste during Ramzan. Essentially it is permissible, however if there's a risk of swallowing your toothpaste then don't do it. And on the back of this I just want to mention that some people say, well, brushing your teeth, obviously it leaves the fresh smell of the mouth, of the toothpaste, of the mint, peppermint, etc. What about the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ that the smell which emanates from the mouth of the person who fasts is more delectable, it's more desirable to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than the scent of musk? Well, in response to that, the smell which emanates from the mouth of a person who fasts is not from the mouth, it's actually from the stomach. It's on account of the fact that the person has not eaten or drunk anything for a number of hours, and as time passes that smell actually emanates from the stomach, not from the mouth. So what the miswak again is the same principle, that kills the smell in the mouth. The toothbrush or toothpaste will kill the smell in the mouth. But what you will find is that after some time, when the smell of the miswak or the toothbrush has gone, then again that smell from the stomach will continue. If it was an issue that using the toothbrush masks your smell, if that was an issue, then the same issue would apply to miswak. But again, the Prophet ﷺ permitted miswak. Another point that I do want to mention with respect to this is that water itself also has a taste. So again, the other issue that people raise is that you're putting something in your mouth, you're putting toothpaste in your mouth. Well, we put water in our mouth when we are making wudu, when we are doing ghusl. We rinse our mouth out with water. If putting something in your mouth broke your fast, then it would not be permissible to put water in your mouth. So likewise, when we take care, when we put water in our mouth to rinse our mouth out during wudu or ghusl, and we ensure that we spit all the water out, we don't swallow any. In the same way, when we use toothpaste, we spit it all out, make sure we don't swallow any, and again we will use water to rinse our mouth out and ensure that all the toothpaste has been washed off the inside of our mouth and our teeth, to ensure that it is not swallowed at a later date. Again, water also has a taste. In Sharia, it is recognized that water has three properties. One is its smell, one is its color, and one is its taste. So again, if tasting invalidated the fast, then washing your mouth with water would invalidate the fast and break the fast, but it doesn't. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.